Yeah, I believe that comparison is the thief of all joy, and especially in the drop shipping and e-commerce space. I remember when I first started, like even from the get-go, when I joined the course and there were testimonial videos and I was already like striving to be there, which was good, but then I would start comparing where I was at on my journey and where were they when, how many products had they tested when they were a month or 2 months in, or, which product, what number product was theirs that they found a winner and they made it and all this shit. And like, it was so draining. It was just focusing so much on something that is out of your control, and just took away so much of the fun and enjoyment out of the journey. Because I mean, at the end of the day, the journey's pretty much the only thing, and yeah, if I had my time again, I would have wished that I didn't compare myself anywhere near as much as I used to. I still do a bit to this day, but nowhere near as much. But yeah, it was definitely probably my biggest struggle, I think, starting, and yeah, just seeing people that were, I remember when I was in my course, there would be like coaching calls, and there'd be people on the coaching calls that, weren't in the course. Like, I joined the course before them, and why the fuck do I know that, because I'm caring so much about all this bullshit. But I would join the course before them, and then they started seeing success, and I'd be like, what the heck? Like, when's it going to come for me? And it's just like, it's so stupid when I look back. But I think a lot of people are struggling with this in just life in general. But I think it's especially in the e-commerce space because of how quick you can have success, like how easy it is, quote unquote easy it is to have success. And you see these young 16, 18-year-olds or whatever that are doing 50k days or 100k days, and they've bought this car and they're flexing it on fucking Instagram or whatever it may be. And it's just natural as a person. As for me, I know I'm still quite young, but at 24, and still look at that and think, oh fuck, if only I started back then, or if only I wasn't doing that instead, and I wish I did that. And it's so toxic, it's so negative, and it's so like, it just has no purpose. Like, it literally is so pointless. And yeah, I think it's so big in this space. I haven't really heard too many people talk about it, but I believe that a lot of people are dealing with that inside because of what I mentioned before, how quick it is, how easy it is to have, or how quick you can see results. Like in a different business model, especially traditional business models, it might take a decade to get your business up and running, where in dropshipping you could literally get it go. You could literally have like go from zero to doing like, serious profit in like 3 months if you're very lucky. So yeah, it's just something that, I believe a lot of people are struggling with. And like the reality is like, there might be people that are having success early, but I feel like if you have it very early, the success too, most of the time it's very difficult to maintain that. It can be possible, but it's especially in 2026, I think it's very, very difficult to maintain that. And yeah, I remember I used to go to lengths of like not even watching like videos. Like there would be like videos of like, ecom 0 to 6 months, and he's doing these numbers, and it's just far beyond what I'm doing. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to watch that. Like it sabotaged me so much, because it could have been there could have been very valuable information in that video that might have helped my business at the time that was struggling. And because of my ego, because of comparing myself to others, I'd stay clear of that. And I wouldn't want to hear about like young people having success, because I'd be like, fuck, well, I'm not having success and I'm around their age, if not older. And it was just so self-sabotaging. But yeah, I think came to the realization of like, just hearing from a lot of people outside of ecom and, you know, just in the business or just in life that are much, much more wise and knowledgeable than me talk about how the journey is really everything, and the journey is really all there is. And they'll do anything, bro, anything. Like, I think I heard Phil Knight say it, and he was the founder of Nike, and he was saying how he would do anything to go back in time and do it all over again. And I believe I've really got to a place where I am so happy with being in this journey. I'm getting a phone call. But yeah, I think, yeah, being the journey right now is like we're in the best place ever. And I got a mate of mine actually that was telling me a story that was actually really, really good to hear. But he was saying he was in a sort of course, what would you call it? Yeah, he was in like this coaching course, and there was a guy in there that was like dead broke when he was 39, and then by 51 he was like making 10 million plus per year, or it was some astronomical number. And he was saying to the other people that are still trying to on the come up that like, man, I wish I was in your place. And you know, I think it just makes a lot of sense to me now. Makes a lot of sense, because it's like, yeah, well, I mean, once you're at that point, it's like, what even is the point? You know, what even is money at that point? What even is whatever? So like, yeah, I think now just coming to the realization of like, now is the best time. This is the journey. It's all it's about. Like, once those 100K days come, or whatever it comes, you know, I think there's always going to be a part of me that's like, man, I wish I can go back in time and be in the trenches, you know. So I think, yeah, that's a huge mindset shift I've had. And also just the realization of like, yeah, these people might be having success early and they could have had some success, but like, I used to think in ecom, you find a product and then you made it. And it's so dumb of me to think that way, but I thought you just made it and then you were sweet, you were up in the clouds and you just rode off into the sunset, and it's fucking cannot be further from that. It cannot be further from that. And yeah, I've even seen firsthand people in like my course back then that were like in testimonial videos and they were killing it. And then before you know it, their stores just started going down. And it's just like, you know, you're comparing yourself so much, one, to this person that started so before you, or who even cares, like just started. And then now they're on the down. It's just like, you know, all your focus just goes on like comparing yourself and all the success they've had and, you know, the failures you've had. So yeah, now that the mindset shift has changed so much, it has been, yeah, life has just been so much better. And this journey with ecom, life, business has been much, much more enjoyable, because I know that there's only ever going to be one time that you hit your first 10K day, and I haven't done that yet. And it's amazing that I haven't done that yet, because I get the opportunity to do that and experience that. And there's always going to only be a day when you can exit a business. That only comes once, the first time. And I remember hearing Jordan Welsh talk about it too. He said that he exited recently, I think, or maybe a few years ago, he exited a company that would like literally, he didn't say the amount of money, but it was enough to look after either his kids or his grandkids, which is just like stupid amount of money. And he was saying the first Shopify cha-ching sound he heard, he remembers exactly how much it was and where it was, felt better than exiting this company. And like, when you think about that, you're just like, what the fuck? But now that I think about that, I'm like, yeah, I haven't done anything like him, but like, I get that. Like, it makes sense to me, where before it wouldn't have made sense to me. But now that I've been on this journey for well over, you know, a bit over a year now, and really experienced how comparison, you know, is the thief of joy, and yeah, even experienced a few wins, you know. Now that I think of that, I'm like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And it just shows that like, we've got to enjoy this moment right now, like literally right now. There's only ever going to be that one time you hit the first 10K day, you know, your first exit, the first time you ever hire someone. I still remember when I was on the call, I know it's not hiring properly, but I was talking to a VA and I was like, damn, this is cool. The first time you ever go to China. Like, there's so many first times in this space. And yeah, I just don't want to put my focus on hitting those numbers and getting there so badly that it doesn't matter, not enjoying the journey and just being in the trenches and just doing it even if you hate it and whatever. Like, fucking fuck all that shit, eh? Like, at least, for me, I just want to enjoy this journey right now, the highs and lows, fucking bring them all, because yeah, it's all there is, it's all there is. Like, if you snap my fingers and I was making like, 10 million or 50 million, it'd be like, yeah, I wouldn't want that, because it's like, I didn't even, where's the fun in that? There was no work towards it. There was no ups and downs. I don't know, I haven't been there, but I could pretty confidently say that it would just feel hollow as fuck. And yeah, we've just got to enjoy the journey right now, boys. Like, it's all there is. Whether you're low, whether, you're still at a huge loss like I am, I'm going to miss this. I'm definitely going to miss these times where I look back and be like, wow, I was fucking just filming out of my fucking apartment here in Vietnam. Like, now I'm living in Dubai or wherever it may be in a few years. So yeah, just enjoy it above all. Don't compare yourself to other people. And yeah, just love the journey and love the process, because that's all there really is.